Part 1. Ancient Persia, from the dawn of civilization to Alexander the Great. The history of Persia, the ancient name for the land now known as Iran, unfolds as a grand epic saga spanning more than 5 millennia. It is a tale of mighty empires that stretched from the Aegean Sea to the Indus River, of far-sighted kings who erected architectural wonders and built sophisticated systems of governance, of fearless warriors who repelled invasions with innovative tactics, and of a people whose cultural and intellectual legacy illuminated the world, even amid conquests, turmoil, and profound transformations. On the windswept Iranian plateau, where mountain ranges embrace fertile valleys and deserts guard ancient secrets, traces of human presence reach back to the Paleolithic era. Around 100,000 years ago, Neanderthals and early modern humans left stone tools in caves such as Bisitun and Yafte. By the Neolithic period, thriving communities at sites like Choga Banut and Ganj Dareh were already cultivating the first grains, shaping clay vessels, and crafting terracotta figurines, laying the foundation for one of the most enduring civilizations in human history. Long before the rise of the Persians, around 2700 BCE, the Elamite civilization flourished in the southwest of the region. Its capital, Susa, rivaled the great cities of Mesopotamia in trade, art, and warfare. Elamite kings wielded bronze weapons, maintained records on cuneiform tablets, and clashed with the Sumerians and Babylonians. Nearby lived other pre-Iranian peoples, the Kassites, Gutians, and Manians. By the early Iron Age, waves of Iranian-speaking tribes, the Medes, Persians, and Parthians, migrated onto the Iranian plateau from Central Asia. They blended with the local population and forged new cultural identities. In the 7th century BCE, the Medes, under leaders such as Deioces and Syacrates, united the scattered tribes, formed an alliance with Babylon, and in 612 BCE stormed and destroyed the Assyrian Empire by capturing its capital, Nineveh. Thus emerged the first major Iranian state, paving the way for an even greater era. In 550 BCE, a young and charismatic prince named Cyrus the Great overthrew the Median ruler and founded the Achaemenid Empire, the first true Persian superpower. With astonishing speed, he conquered Lydia in Asia Minor, captured the Neo-Babylonian kingdom in 539 BCE, and extended his dominion from Central Asia to Egypt under his son Cambyses II and deep into the Balkans. Unlike most conquerors of his time, Cyrus displayed remarkable tolerance. He allowed conquered peoples to retain their customs, religions, and languages. For this, he was called King of Kings, and subjects from the Nile to the Oxus revered him as a wise ruler. His capital at Pasargadae, with its gardens and palaces, became a symbol of harmony in diversity. At the heart of this imperial ideology lay Zoroastrianism, the ancient faith founded by the prophet Zoroaster, Zarathustra. He taught of the great cosmic struggle between the god of wisdom and light, Ahura Mazda, and the forces of evil, Angra Mainyu, Ahriman. According to this teaching, humanity was called to choose righteousness, good thoughts, words, and deeds, thereby participating in the ultimate triumph of good. The Achaemenid kings, beginning with Darius I, frequently invoked Ahura Mazda in their inscriptions. Fire temples burned across the empire, and the sacred texts of the Avesta, hymns, laws, and mythological traditions, originally transmitted orally in the Avestan language, guided both religious and state life. Darius I, who ascended the throne in 522 BCE after suppressing rebellions, greatly strengthened the empire. He introduced a unified monetary system, the gold daric and silver shekel, built the famous royal road from Susa to Sardis, and erected the magnificent ceremonial center of Persepolis. The Apadana Hall was adorned with grand reliefs depicting the nations bringing tribute. Darius and his successors actively supported Zoroastrianism while showing tolerance toward other beliefs. They immortalized their achievements in Old Persian cuneiform script, the most famous example of which is the Behistun inscription. However, the Achaemenids' westward ambitions led to the Greco-Persian Wars. In 490 BCE, Darius's forces suffered defeat at Marathon. In 480 BCE, Xerxes I launched a massive campaign that became legendary due to the heroic Greek defense at Thermopylae and the naval battle at Salamis. Although the Persians were ultimately defeated at Plataea, they retained control over vast territories in Asia and Africa. The Achaemenid Empire remained a model of multicultural governance until, in 333 through 331 BCE, Alexander the Great crushed it in the battles of Issus and Gaugamela. Persepolis was set ablaze, and the empire's treasures were scattered. According to later Zoroastrian traditions, the Arde, Viraz Nameg, and the Bundahishan, Alexander, branded the accursed Alexander, the Roman, ordered the destruction of fire temples, the slaughter of priests, and the burning of the royal archives at Persepolis and Istakhr. It was said that a complete written version of the Avesta, 21 nasks of sacred texts inscribed on ox hides with golden ink, had been preserved there. The flames consumed centuries of accumulated wisdom. Some texts were reportedly taken to Greece, but the main tradition survived only in oral memory. This event became, for the Persians, the symbol of the greatest spiritual catastrophe and forever cast Alexander as a heretic who nearly extinguished the Mazdaean faith.